Alright, YouTube. This is welcome back. It's another episode with yours truly, and you know the name, the fat motherfucker that ghettos the shit out of his own car. Okay, so this is a 2012 Acura. I guess its category is under base, but it's a tech package car, right? And I broke the interiors pieces, pulling them out too much, trying to get the sound right? Because of the factory ELS amp, then you can't just hook a wire harness up to it and throw a factory deck in it and think it's going to work, right? Because it's not going to sound right. It's going to be all distorted. So what I had to do was and there's the sunlight, so you can't really see too well, but I had to swap out the GPS with the base model cluster, right? It's an exact fit, even though like one looks bigger to you because it has GPS. It's not. It's the same exact size. And then I'm not gonna pull it all apart and show you because I was fighting with this for, I don't know, a couple weeks, months, or whatever. So what I decided to do was, I've never bought anything off YouTube before, and I was kind of skeptical about it, but I bought this wire interface, which is just like hooking up. It's no more difficult than hooking up an amp, right? Power, ground, remote, just something like that. But it comes with, I think he makes them, and it was the Acura Audio Garage on YouTube, and it comes with this little volume knob, right, to control your factory amp. But it just sounds perfect, and of course you're not going to really be able to hear what it actually sounds like, how good it sounds like close to the factory or whatever, because it's a video, right? But I put a Kenwood X-Line. This was a 2022 model. It was on sale, Crutchfield or something like that. But it sounds pretty decent, right? Let me see if I can catch anything on the radio real quick for us here. Just a random station, right? You can't really hear too much there. And this is the radio, so it's a little distorted. I would hook my Android Audio, but obviously I'm making a video, so I'm not able to do that, right? I don't even know if I got any stations set here. But here's a country song. Let's mess with some controls here. That's what I want. I don't really want to reset all of them, right? But the whole point to this is, it's just a factory radio, right? There's no subs or anything in here other than the factory sub, but it sounds like it's supposed to. That's what I'm getting at. Because if you hardwire everything, you're probably going to lose some speakers because you're going to have some that are hard to get to, right? If you totally were just like, fuck the amp, I'm not doing all that. But I mean, I think I paid like 120 bucks from this guy off this adapter that just, so it works with your factory amp, and it's just money well spent. It's like, it was like amazing because I was getting all these different, like I was trying to get okay, let me get the wire harness for the base model. Let me try this wire harness. And it didn't sound right. One would have some volume, but it would be all distorted, and the other one would have no volume, right? So the best thing to do, right, is just, well, yeah, you're going to have to get, like, I forget what wire harness I use. Maybe it's just the one for the base model. But when you get that interface, it works with your factory amp, right? So it sounds right. And then that's the thing. If you want to use your factory amp, like this is what you have to do, something like this. I think he has a few different setups, but definitely check them out, like YouTube, the Acura Audio Garage, freaking lifesaver. But that's all. I just wanted to go because it says not recommended because the ELS and the controls are like in the in the system. But as you can see, they work, right? It's air conditioned, sync up and down, You know, everything works, you know, and you have to buy a little wire harness that like contemplates the switch to the bass thing, but I mean that was like $60. So all in all, to change it over, I'm probably out $200. But $200 to make it sound right, and you're not buying big amps or anything. You know, you're just using what's already here. So I think that's the key. You know, for someone that just, you know, especially if you got kids or something, you don't want big subs and amps and all racking up your car. But you know, if I was younger, sure, I would just be like, well, screw the sound surround center speakers and all that, or just wired it through something else and throw an amp in it and call it a day, right? But that's not the easiest route to go on these. You can get the bass cluster. You gotta have aftermarket, you know, thing with maps and Android Audio, so you really don't need that stock thing. But I mean, there are different setups that you can run. Like you can get something that just adds the Android Audio to the system, but I think that's gonna be more money. But yeah, so tell me what you think. I mean, I think this was the best for me, but I mean, it's just like a cheat code, so you're not stuck with that factory radio, right? There's one option that you can get by and, you know, get an aftermarket radio in your car and have all the features you want, basically. But that's all. Shoot me a comment if you think there's like, I could have done this, like there's a much better and easier way to do this. But like, they're basically like what he was talking about was like you can use some other, you know, bypass thing, but then you're only getting your two front door speakers in the rear, and I think this stereo probably has 6 or 7 speakers, right? So you don't want to lose all your speakers, especially like because then you're losing your tweeters, the center speaker, the sub, and then I think there's door speakers in the back too, plus the deck speakers. Then you would basically only have the deck speakers and the front door speakers, and you don't want that, right? So I mean, it just was just one option that I thought was the best bet for me, but each to your own. And the guy is like a really good, like I was working for Amazon in a camera van, I couldn't really answer, and he kept on calling to make sure I wanted this item. It wasn't like a random drunk order or nothing. So real down to earth guy. I mean, definitely check out what he has to offer on his page.